Music, the media we consume via our ears, the sound of the soul. I love music, and I have ever since I was a child. I make music, so that should be pretty obvious. Check out my music, by the way. Many bands and music projects have inspired me and made me feel welcomed within the world. 100 gecs, Death Grips, Agriculture, and the topic of today's video, Black Dresses. Black Dresses is an indie noise rock duo consisting of independent artists Ada Rook and Devi McCallion. Both of them, but especially Devi, have an extensive back catalog of solo work which they have published over the years. The two had first partnered up to make a cover of the MIA song Paper Planes in 2017, and then followed this up by releasing their first album, Waste Isolation. That's at least what the wiki says. In truth, there was another track made before this for one of Devi's Christmas albums, Christmasosaurus. Devi revealed this in a tweet a while back, but not only is her Twitter deleted, but I also can't seem to find an archive of the tweet. So, sadly, I have no proof of this. The music of Black Dresses has touched my soul in a way that very few artists have. And because of that, I find the idea of ranking and reviewing their work to be interesting. Black Dresses' worst is as good as Kanye West's mediocre, and their best is on par with Kanye's best. Yes, I genuinely mean that. Though, I won't lie, with everything that has happened since I made this video, this comparison feels really wrong. I started writing this months ago, now it feels really not great. But you know what? Fuck it, we ball. So, with that out of the way, let's get into the reviews and ranking. Oh, Waste Isolation, my beloved. This was the first Black Dresses album I heard. My friend introduced me to them, and I've loved them since my first listen. This album is a solid 5 out of 5, peak in every way. It's a dreadfully beautiful album full of reflections of the duo's traumas. Sexual abuse being a big focus, if I'm understanding it right. It's loud, harsh, sad, and absolutely bangs. Slither, Wound, and the song Thoughts and Prayers are my favorite tracks and stand out to me the most. In My Mouth is by far their most popular song, and while I do adore it, it just isn't as good as the previous songs mentioned. Such a wonderful album with wonderful sounds. It's going in S tier, no competition or arguing. 5 out of 5. 2019's Thank You is their second album following Waste Isolation. The source of its name doesn't have much info on it, but I think it's safe to say it's related to the positive press Waste Isolation received. The album has 11 tracks in total, less than the previous one. Let me get this out of the way. Through the Void is the best and my favorite track in the album. It's a total vibe that you feel in your soul, a feeling that makes you want to dance. It's a fire track. Hard as hell, too. With that in mind, though, this has to be one of my least favorite albums. It isn't bad, not one bit in fact. It just doesn't feel like any other Black Dresses album, which isn't bad, but it's just not my cup of tea. It feels like a BDM album, and I don't know, I see Black Dresses as an emotional episode, not something to dance to. Like, you can dance to it, but I don't know, it's just not what I go to Black Dresses for. It also has a light digicore vibe to it too, which isn't my favorite thing in the world. It's a really good album, just not my thing, really. A solid 3.5 out of 5, I'd say. The next album released is 2019's Love and Affection for Stupid Little Bitches. The album is only 9 tracks in length, making it their second shortest full-length album. The album is about body horror and friendship, amongst other things. Up until this video, I don't think I had listened to the album in its entirety. I have listened to a good chunk of it, heard bits and pieces, and seen the music videos, which are really good by the way. But I haven't listened to it all, and in all honesty, I don't remember liking it very much. But it's been made clear to me that I was mistaken. It's a rough, blaring album with lots of harsh noise and vocals, full of love too. Still noise punk rock, but it's a bit more preppy. Static is probably my least favorite opening track. Cartoon Network is a certified hood classic. Mutations is a bop. Music and My Heart Beats Out of Time are some of the best closers they've ever made. Fantastic tracks all around. Just a fantastic album. It's so damn good. 5 out of 5 for sure. Their next album is one of my absolute favorites, but one I don't see talked about as much as the others. 2020's album, Peaceful as Hell. Its title sticks out as rather artsy when compared to the rest up till now, it being an oxymoron and all that. The album is about being transgender, the apocalypse, and social connection amongst other things. All of those things, as well as the title itself, are portrayed perfectly within the album. The vibe of these tracks are unlike any other in their discography, being that the instrumentals are rough and have a loud blaring noise, with a pinch of hyperpop elements. But the vocals, on the other hand, are rather soft, conveying strong emotions in a much more gentle way than the duo's previous work. The first track in the album really digs into you. The softer but emotional vocals keep you locked in on the song, even with the loud and distorted instrumental doing everything in its power to distract you. The whole album is like this, and it's absolutely wonderful. It's so brilliant. My absolute favorite track, and one of my favorite songs ever, too, is Creep You. As a transgender woman, I relate to the lyrics of the song. The lyrics touch my soul, and my own experiences parallel them. Am I just a normal girl? What is the reason that you stare? Do I make you feel scared? Are lyrics that brought me almost to tears the first time I heard them. The song is a complete and total powerhouse of a track. There's not even a point in listing standout tracks because I have more than half of the album favorited. And the rest I don't have favorited just are really good, but I don't listen to them all the time. It's so amazing. I adore every second of it. An absolute 5 out of 5. It's just so wonderful. Next album! Woohoo! This album is one of their most popular ones and would also define the definite direction of the rest of the band's discography. The duo's Forever in Your Heart is the next album. Fun fact, I have this album on a t-shirt of mine, which you can no longer buy anymore, which makes me sad. Also, it's by far my most feminine shirt and it brings out more of my feminine traits. Very cool. Anyways, this album is straight up heavy industrial rock. Its loud, angry, blaring instrumentals pair well with the both soft and loudly evil vocals, which parallel the album's themes of trying to make something beautiful in an evil, soul-crushing world. As an artist, it's such a relatable message that really speaks to my soul. It means the world to me. I made an animation for this album that I never really, quote, finished, but I'm still rather proud of it. It's very hard to pick a favorite track from this album because it's really, really damn good. It's such a hard decision, but I think I'm going to have to go for the track Gone in an Instant. It's such a good song. The lyrics and instrumental are just plain beautiful, and everything crumbles into pieces in a blooming fractal flood, but no one is staring as it can believe it. As it freezes out the sun, an empty dream, a stupid dream, a hopeless dream, and everything continues, just like everything does, just like pain, just like love. Absolutely fantastical shit. Bulldozer and Peace Sign are tied in being my second favorite track on the album. I seriously can't pick between the two or even any of the songs off the album. It's so difficult. It's that good. Most definitely one of their best and most iconic albums. 5 out of 5. The next album is the 2022 release Forget Your Own Face, which, by the way, has a raw, hardcore as fuck album cover. Like, holy shit, this goes unbelievably hard. This is the duo's second to last album, and also their shortest, sitting at only 8 whole tracks long. Less than LAAFSLB, Love and Affection for Stupid Little Bitches. That album beats it out by 1 track and 1 track only. Forget Your Own Face has quite an interesting pace when compared to what I've covered so far. It's quite the slow burn despite not being very long. The sound of the album itself is this super thrashy, loud, bombastic beat with destructive noise and sounds. Vocals are super distorted and incredibly loud, very angry. This might be my second least favorite Black Dresses album, but do not take that as an insult. It's still super fantastic and I love almost every track. Money Makes You Stupid is just, good shit. Solid 4 out of 5, I'd say. After a 2 to 3 year long wait, the final Black Dresses album was released, Laughing Fish. The build-up to this album was odd. It was basically shadow dropped, and the events prior to the release had led the album to have an aura filled with sorrow and pettiness. Devi had posted to her Instagram story that she dumped her girlfriend, announcing that the final Black Dresses album would be releasing soon. Soon after, Rook and Devi unfollowed one another on Instagram. Then, once the album was released, Ada had dropped it on her channel with little to no promotion, and even said in the comments that she'd rather not discuss it. Devi would also upload a few videos where she would explain the meaning behind the tracks within the album, only to delete them soon after. Then, the final cherry on top of the cake was that during one of her episodes, Devi announced to Twitter that Rook had stolen money from her, both Black Dresses and Girls Rituals cash. Afterwards, though, Devi would delete the tweets about the matter and apologize for ignoring the fact that she had Rook handle all of their finances, and acknowledges that that was a bad decision considering that Rook is not a professional. Aiden never responded to that, and that was a good choice considering that nobody has really discussed the controversy since it happened, at least from what I've personally seen. Laughing Fish is a concept album where it exists as a breakup album, a story about a breakup. Quite ironic when the context is taken into consideration. Devi has gone on in an interview with my GOAT HTML Jones to state that she believes that this was just Rook's way of asking to break up. To quote Peakbian, quote, "This is Transbian 911. Sadly, I think this is by far the weakest Black Dresses album, which is a shame because it's also their longest, and also being their last. Nobody likes to see a story end on a whimper, but Black Dresses' worst isn't bad. Black Dresses' worst is on par with some of Kanye's best. God, that metaphor, comparison, simile, whatever, is really, really starting to bite me in the ass when I'm just saying it out loud. I know that this is quite an odd comparison, but I do mean it. The album has a total of 22 tracks, a long album to say the least. It's considered a double LP by people such as Fantano, but I haven't seen many people consider it as such. Personally, I don't care for music terms like that. A single, an EP, and an LP is where I draw the line. Sadly, I don't have many positive things to say about this album. Obviously, a lot of the music is good, my favorites being Cat Cup and Don't Forget the World. The song Bad Veggies is good, but not super special. All the tracks on the album feel so disconnected and disjointed. They're not bad, but to be blunt, they aren't special. Which really sucks because Black Dresses is special. Sadly, I have to give this a 3 out of 5. Still a high score, but nowhere near the highest. Unlike my last video, I don't have a lot to say during this actual ranking because I've already gushed a lot about the albums. So instead of over-explaining, I'm instead just going to get straight to the rankings. Wastelation, Love and Affection for Stupid Little Bitches, Peaceful as Hell, and Forever in Your Heart all go in S tier. Thank You is in B tier, Forget Your Own Face is in A tier, and Laughing Fish is in C tier. That is my final ranking of every single Black Dresses album. Black Dresses is a band that means a lot to me. Their work and the works of 100 gecs are the sole reason I finally started making music. My art wouldn't exist if it wasn't for the duo's work. Both of their solo work and work on Black Dresses. Thank you for watching this video. Stream both Devi and Ada's music, and thank you, Black Dresses.
Or destroyed or pushed aside. What is the reason?